up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Yo, this is Tony Terry, and you're watching Dope Living TV.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver, and whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
What's up? We watching Dope Living TV. What you watching?
Yo, welcome to Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. We got it all. Come and see. Yeah. You see. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Yeah. Check us out. Come and see.
Hey y'all, this is Steve with Dope Living TV. Greg muted right now, but the views that I express on this Dope Living TV live TV show are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. If you don't like it, get your own show. Unmute yourself, Greg. Unmute yourself.
How did I not do this? I am muted. Thank you for telling me that I was muted. Hey man, look, welcome to the show. Steve told what we need to tell. So look, we do the Relationship Roundtable on Mondays, but we have a version of the show that we take out. And Steve, you do it as well, but one of the principal members of the podcast, Stephanie Godchild, what up, man?
Hey, Stephanie.
Give her a shout out. She still didn't get back to me about me being on hers, but that's cool. I'm with that. One of the principals, I call him on the show, is my good friend. She's a singer, she's a author, she's a preacher, evangelist, all of that. She over there grinning too. I see her in the background. She over there grinning. Karen Dade, you know. And Steve, before we bring Karen on, man, you know, you had an opportunity to sit with her on the couch conversation, which she aptly named it. How was it sitting with Karen? Tell the truth. Tell the truth, because
it was all right. It was all right. You know, Karen wouldn't the rev up get her that day. You know, so it was cool. It was cool.
See, one thing I like
fashionista
about,
too. Making sure you get it right. Fashionista.
Yeah. Oh man, she's definitely that. But one thing I like about Karen is that she's unequivocally truthful. She don't pull no punches either. Now, I don't know if I like that. You know, she don't put no punches though. But man, she's an exceptional person. Again, she's no nonsense, and she's part of the Dope Living TV Relationship Roundtable live. Let's bring on our friend Miss Karen Dade. What's going on, baby?
What's up, darling? Hey, Steve.
Hey, Karen.
How you?
All right, we're gonna bring that.
And I know your shoes probably match.
You already know.
What's up, Karen?
Out of the 350 pair that I own, don't tell nobody I said that.
Karen, I say it all the time. I got 350 of them gym shoes. You know what I mean? Well, not 350, but I know my son does at least. But
wow. Everything is going amazing. I'm glad to see another day.
Yeah, man.
So
we're gonna get
as long as I open my eyes, it's all good.
We're gonna get into some things here tonight, okay? Because look at her, she ready to. She just sat up.
Right. Because I got to with you, because ain't no telling what's coming out your mouth.
You already know who Greg Gray is then, okay? I should have brought Ron Reed on here too, but
Oh man.
I'm good because we gonna save it. So we decided to do a version of the Relationship Roundtable and take it out. Now, transparency, we did it, and we've had some issues putting it back together and this and that, but it's coming up real soon, all right? We want to make sure, and I wanted to bring Karen on, number one, to talk about the first one that we did and show a couple of clips of Karen. And there was one clip, and I'm gonna do that right off the bat. There's a clip, Karen, from the first one. And you were talking about women, and you were basically telling them that they need to shut up.
I don't think I said that, Greg.
That's exactly what you said. I was clapping. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. Hold on.
Play that.
Dude, I'm gonna play
Please
it right.
play that, because what was the context of that? I didn't just blatantly say.
But
I was sitting next to her. I'm trying to remember that one.
But you know how I do, okay? You ain't gonna get the context. I'm only gonna get what you said, okay? Because here it is, all right? We'll be right back. DopelivenTV Live.
So when you look at somebody's intention, sometimes women, we need to shut up and just listen. Because men will tell you, if you really just listen, that most of us talk way too much. So you have to learn to shut up so that you can hear what the man says. Most of the time, he gonna tell you what his intention is coming in the door, and then if you don't know, ask. And then just pay attention to his fruit.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Okay. Well, it still was a backdrop to it.
No, but you hit it on that, Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't say be quiet right off. You said shut up. You can still be quiet and be talking. When you shut up, it's something different.
I don't lie. All right, what's up, Bobby?
Hi, Bobby.
I don't lie. That's what you said. Now, let's go into that a little bit, all right? So you said women sometimes need to shut the hell up. Well, you
did not say that, but okay.
You said shut up. What did you? I mean, there's a million men out there saying yes, she is absolutely right. But what did you mean by that?
But we were talking though about how women can tell the intentions of someone. That's how. Because I think oftentimes we as women, when we come into relationships, we start just spilling everything. We start telling everything, what the last guy did, what the last guy didn't do, and woo 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 and blah blah blah. And so a man whose intentions are not pure, he's just going to do those things just to kind of get in. So I think oftentimes we talk too much and then we don't listen. Men, most of the time, men, y'all not that smart. You are. Wait a minute. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish. When I say that is, you all are not very strategic. Typically, you're very upfront and forward in what you say. You say what you mean what you say. But oftentimes we as women, we want something different than what most of the time a lot of you all are offering. I'm not saying all, but most men just want to get it. And that's just the honest truth. Most men just want to do it. They're going to say whatever they can say, do whatever they can do in order to get you in the bed. Ask me how I know.
How you know?
I've been here a long time. So yeah, and then if we don't pay attention, if we don't listen and pay attention to their actions to make sure they are in alignment, that's how we end up in situations where down the road, we've been dating men for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. And they really had no intention to be with us because we're not the one. And then they'll leave you and a year later be married to somebody else. So that's kind of the context of what that meant.
So, you know what? I want to wait a minute. I want to play that again. All right.
I don't need to play it again.
But I want to play it again.
Wait. Lord. Before you play it, we smarter than you think.
Yeah.
No.
Say the ones you dated, but we are. I mean,
I was getting ready to ask you though, how many men have you dated?
I ain't dated none, but I know this one's smarter than the stupid one.
But my question, so in me asking that question is, you really don't have a reference, but you.
Hey, one out of the only one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. That's not enough for you to really be able to qualify that statement because you haven't been in relationships with men. I've been in relationships with men.
Have you dated every man? You didn't say the one.
I'm saying my history, I have more of a history and knowing it than you do. You can't possibly know what I know as it relates to dating men because you never have.
You're right. But the one thing that I realized what you said is the ones that you dated was stupid, not me.
Well, first of all, I did not say the ones that I dated were stupid. I said that the history.
But you're speaking on the ones you dated,
that's
right?
not what I didn't say that either. Don't put words in my mouth. I said they're not that smart. So you can be intellectually dumb. You do know that, right? You can be an educated fool. Yeah. So intellect is way beyond just what's in a book. No, so we're talking about encompassing every aspect of the spectrum. So we're talking about that. I'm not saying that they are not intelligent. You can be intelligent and still not have common sense.
I'm just going by what you said. I'm not changing nothing.
And I'm telling you, I never said, but you were putting words in my mouth. I never used the word stupid.
Okay, unintelligent, not smart.
There's a difference, though. There's a difference.
It's still not good. You still ain't making this out. You still
well, because ignorance is bliss. You can be ignorant to something just because you unlearn it, or you can be ignorant to something because you haven't taken the time to learn it.
Yeah.
So
that's not really the content you used it though, because you was like, because y'all just straightforward. You really not. You don't think it out like that. You specify what you meant.
Most men don't. You don't. And this is not just my experience, Steve. This is what I have actually heard. I got brothers. I got uncles. Men that are cousins.
I got sisters that date men. So
okay.
Don't that go for my reference? Just like you with a woman, reference yourself.
We still not equal, boo boo.
I ain't.
We're not equal because you don't date men.
Go to the clip. Go to the clip.
We're not equal because you don't date men. Okay, let me change it and put it this way.
Well, wait a minute.
It's no different than if somebody came to me and said, "How do I recover from using drugs?" Now I can give them book sense, but somebody who has actually recovered from drugs is going to be more knowledgeable about it than I am. It's the same principle. It's the same principle.
I say that same thing. If you ain't never failed, you can't tell somebody how to get up.
Let me interject real quick. First, let me play this clip.
So when you look at somebody's intention, sometimes women, you need to shut up and just listen. Because men will tell you, if you really just listen, that most of us talk way too much. So you have to learn to shut up so that you can hear what the man says. Most of the time, he don't tell you what his intention is coming in the door, and then if you don't know, ask. And then just pay attention to his fruit.
This is how it goes on the Relationship Roundtable when we're live, just so you all know. And Karen and Steve are part of the panel. My comment is this too. Okay, now I love the fact that you said women need to shut up. Okay, all right, and I don't mean it in a derogatory way. I'm saying sometimes we're all guilty of this. Not just women, but men too. We talk to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear ourselves sometimes, and we don't know what the hell we talking about sometimes. All right, really. And I think, Karen, in the situation that you brought in the comments that you said, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. We debated. It's all good. You marginalizing men, but you saying we can't understand what you're saying because we don't date men, but we are men, so we do know who we are, and we've talked and had conversations with other men, so we do know a lot. We're not dumb. We do know a lot,
but you don't know it in a practical sense.
Why don't we know it in the practical sense?
Because you have not been in the situation. One thing I can say definitively is, oftentimes when men get with their guys, men lie. Men lie. I didn't say that women don't, but what I'm saying is, men make up stuff, and that's just the truth of the matter. They make up.
Stereotyping.
No, make up stuff. But let's go back. But let's just rewind. The bottom line is, I'm not saying that you all don't know necessarily other men, but you don't know other men in relationships. It's still a difference.
But we've been in
You know
relationships.
other men as your friend. You don't know other men in an actual relationship. I got girlfriends that I'm cool with. But in a relationship, I know they different because we don't have to relate to each other like that.
But we've been in relationships. We've been in a
You ain't been in relationships with men. Hopefully, well, if you have, I mean, these is on. But you have been in relationships with men. You only know you. You know some generalization things about men, yes, but you don't know other men in a relationship with a woman. There's no way for you to know that. You only know how you are in a relationship with a woman, and you know what other men tell you about how they've been in a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
Am I not correct?
I'm gonna let you have that. All right.
Thank you.
I don't agree totally, but I'm gonna let you have that. All right. Because
but you talking about the ones that you dated. You know, you put all men. It's a lot of men in
all
the world.
men.
Right.
Well, I've been around Steve. I've been around a long time. It'd be different if I was in my 20s or even if I was in my 30s. But it's not even men that I've been in a relationship with. It could be a man who is just coming in the door trying to get to know me.
And I've seen women like that. So I get that same aspect by being a man from women that I've dated.
Guess what? And guess what I can't tell you? I can't tell you how the women were with you in a relationship. I can't speak to that. I only can speak to how I am in a relationship. I can give you generalities, but I can tell you definitively how it is to be with a man in a relationship.
Okay, and I'm gonna let you have that. Okay, so let's move on. So at the show, the Relationship Roundtable, there was a lot of stuff was being said, a lot of questions. We kind of zoned in on one couple. Now, out of respect for them, I'm not going to play that clip, but we know what happened. There was a guy, he was there with his girl, and they were sitting, you know, and we all thought everything was just peachy keen until the question came up, well, a comment came up, and she was like really on the verge of tears. And the man sat there and he took it, but she basically said he don't respect her at all. Karen, can you talk a little bit about that? Because I know you spoke with her after.
Yeah, I had God placed it on my heart to take her information, and I didn't call right away because I have to do everything to me in timing and when it's God led. And it just so happened the day that I called her was the day that he was moving out.
Wow.
So he had cheated and more than once, and she wanted to be married. He didn't want to be married. He had been clear about it because he had been married before. And so that's the part that I say women really don't listen, because if the man tells you he don't want to be married, he has no intention on being married, and you want to be married, why do you think that's going to change? You're not that special. I try to tell women that you're not that special unless it is really what he wants to do. You can't make a man be with you by having a baby by him. You can't make a man be with you by how much you have. If it's really not what he wants to do, I don't care what all you do. And if he tells you and you still stay in it, you cannot blame that man. That is your fault.
You remember the beginning of that, though? At first, that woman had made the comment, I may be off a little bit, but she made the comment that she was cool with their situation.
She did make that comment.
That was the comment that really brought it up. She made a comment that, oh, it was cool. And I remember some things said, and then I remember I told her, he ain't never going to the bakery to get a cake when there's cake at home. So she was cool with it until reality hit her in the face.
Well, until y'all started talking to her, y'all, they probably would have.
I mean,
because unfortunately, we women live in delusions sometimes. We can try to convince ourselves that we really okay with a situation that we know really we're not okay with.
Well, people live in delusion. Now, let's not just limit it to a woman.
Well, we're talking about this specific situation, though. So, she so whatever the reason, was trying to convince us that it was different than it really was.
No, you know what? She was
Y'all
trying to
picked it apart.
convince herself. She don't
Right.
know
Well,
what she
herself first.
She
Yeah.
was really trying to convince herself that she needed none of that. And I hate to say it, how it was, I bet she's been there alone, probably with some of the marriages that split up. They had a history.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
too. One thing that they said when we first came to them was like they said, you know, we watched the show, we seen you guys, we watched the show. So my thing is, they came there for it. They came there. She came there because the man was sitting there like he was getting hit below the belt, you know. But she came there for it. She wanted to air it out, and
And the thing about it is, he didn't care because he had his cake and he was eating it too.
he was eating it too.
So as much as she might have complained about it, she still stayed. So I think that's why. I mean, I watched his expression. It never really changed. He didn't care.
He didn't.
He really didn't care.
It ain't that he didn't care. It was what it was. She knew what it was.
Well, that means he didn't care. He was good with how it was because she settled for it.
And I started to air it, but I said, you know, the ladies said, please don't air it. You know, and I'm gonna respect that. I've always respected that. But that's the type of conversations that we want. You know, we want everyone to come to these events and leave there with a sense of that they gotten a little bit more information that they can use to strengthen their relationships. You know, get past some of those ids that we all have when we have these relationships. I mean, things go haywire all the time. All right, how we respond to them and how we react to them is what, you know, you guys bring. You know, you guys actually tell these people, you just tell them right off the bat, because, you know, and that's what I love about doing shows like that, because we don't know these people, but we know the situations, because we've been around a long time. I don't know. I can't say. That's why I don't never sit on nobody's panel trying to tell nobody what to do. All right. In a relationship, I can't do it. But you guys are really good at it. So there was a lot there was a few other people there that were saying some things too, but I want to play this next clip. I'm going to play this next clip, and we're going to talk about Karen. This is a good one. Okay. We're going to talk about this. And Steve, you're not, I mean, this is about Karen tonight, too.
This is Karen. I ain't thinking about nothing. Hey, that shit No Limit Soldier. I see it.
I came for battle, baby.
Yeah, you did. All right, let's play. This one is about a minute long, so let's listen.
Money tells the truth about a person's character all the time. For me, I've never been a person that's been caught up in money. I've dated guys who made more than me. I've dated guys who made less than me. You know, I was telling Ron, in this society, they say a high-value man is a man who's over 6 feet and who makes over $100,000 a year. That does not make a man high-value. Those are just perks. If you don't have any honor, if you don't have any integrity, no moral basis, I don't care how much money you make or how tall you are, I don't want you. It's just that simple. Give me somebody that has a good heart, who really has a love and a thirst for doing the right things, who has a relationship with my Father, my Savior, my Lord, my Jesus Christ. That's what's going to carry the relationship. That has to be the foundation of it. And if you got some money and you willing to work together, I'm not going to ever emasculate a man because of how much money. I'm just not built like that. I'm built to know my place, but I know God is going to give me a man who also understands my value and my worth, what I bring to the table.
Money. They say it's the root of all evil. All right, but a few people had comments on that one too. So Karen, I agree with you totally. Money is not the win all situation. Okay, as she stated, she's been with men with money, more money than her. She's been with men with less money than her. But Karen, is it? I mean, money has to be not a driving force, but part of the reconciliation in a situation, doesn't it?
I never said that money doesn't have a place. I never said that it doesn't matter, because money makes the world go round. I mean, you need money to survive. Man said the Bible says man don't work, man don't eat. So we need money for survival. My point is, I don't go after a man, or a man can't impress me by just what he has, because I have my own. You know, if I was maybe one of those women who was, they call them gold diggers or thirsty or hungry, whatever. I'm not that woman. I thank God that I have my own car, my own home, my own, bank account and things, whatever. I can sustain myself. I want a partner, someone who can come in and help. If not build what I have, we start and build something together. But I've
Okay.
been with men who had money, and they because women have made them feel like they were the shiznits. they who they were as a person was horrible. It was just about the money.
Okay, but
money doesn't have character.
Let's keep it.
It doesn't.
Let's keep it a buck, though. So you've been with men who had a lot of money. So these guys that had less than you, how did they treat you?
Some of them treated me very well, I have to say. The reason why we weren't together wasn't because of money. It was something else. So yeah, I've never ended a relationship, or a relationship I've been has never ended because of money. Never.
Okay, and that's because it ain't built on it, and that's an honor. That's great.
But
right.
Keep it a buck, though. Because I kind of find that a little bit funny, because you don't want, or I'm not saying you particular, I'm just saying women in general. They don't want a man who they can't depend on financially when it's necessary. And a man that has less than you, he can't fulfill that need for you. Let's keep it 100. If you got,
I disagree. It depends on how hard of a worker that man is. He can come in, and I have a business, and if he's willing to help me with mine, he's still playing a role. He's still playing a part. So it's not like he coming in living off of me. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're gonna come in and I am, say, the breadwinner between the two of us, play your part. Do something. Be a part of whatever it is that I got going on. Then that can help us get to another level. I just want somebody who is committed to putting in the work, whatever that is.
Okay, I agree with what Angie said. Money isn't everything, but money it helps. It definitely helps. All right, but
you keep going back to that as if I said money doesn't matter.
No,
at all. I never said that. I said I don't have to have a guy that has a lot of money, is what I said, Greg.
But you do, yeah. But he has to have a foundation. He has to be financially stable, because I don't want I don't want a woman who's not financially stable. I don't. All right. When I was younger,
but financial stability doesn't necessarily have to have a dollar amount on it. Let me tell you one thing my ex-husband told me, which was profound. He said, "It's not what you make. It's what you do with what you make." And I've carried that principle with me my entire life. I got 800 credit score. Now I don't make $100,000 a year, but I know how money works. I know how to conduct myself. I know how to live below my means. So you can have a man who make a lot of money but still be broke because he don't know how to he's not financially literate. So it's not what you make, it's whether or not you know how to manage where you are.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying, and I formulated it in my mind now, all right? So you got this man who makes less than you, all right? And you guys get together. He doesn't know what you really make, and you don't know what he really makes, but he makes less than you. You guys get together. Now, this man has already established what he needs to do with what he makes. Now he's adding this other dynamic of this other woman. So now his financial gain or his financial stature is going to be altered, because now he has to do this for that woman. And I guess the question I'm asking is, does he is that going to mess him up to a point where he's going to start kind of saying, well, I'm trying to front. and I did a great matter on this. Be the real person that you are, okay? But I'm trying to front for this woman, impress this woman. So I'm gonna go a little bit off of my financial strategy. Do you think that's fair to the man to do that, or he's doing that on his own?
He's doing that on his own. Excuse me, Karen.
Yeah.
He front. And two, you just said one thing, if it's just a relationship they just getting into, why do he have to do this? Why do he have to do that? His mind state messed up.
I get that. You agree with that, Karen, right?
Absolutely. I can put my hand to the plow.
Angie,
and I have never, when I tell you never, a man has never paid my phone bill, car note, mortgage. If we weren't married, he wasn't in my bank account and I wasn't in his. That doesn't mean that we didn't do things for one another, but there was no expectation of me for him as a boyfriend to act as a husband. That's why I'm not going to act like a wife as a girlfriend.
Exactly.
There's still certain things that you do and certain things that you don't do unless you at that level. Because no man gonna come up here talking about, I paid your mortgage last month. I need a key. No.
Now, I only reason I stated this, okay, this is not me, guys, okay? I've stated this for conversation purposes, okay? That's why.
Okay.
This ain't me, all right? Anybody who knows me knows I ain't like that, all right?
You ain't paying no mortgage. No, I'm just saying you ain't paying nobody's mortgage.
I might.
I'm just messing with you, G. Hey, I don't know.
The right person, I might. I'll take the right person to a place that they don't expect. See, here's the thing too, Karen. A man must understand the communication when the woman and the man have a man. And this is where she said we're stupid. Well, she didn't use that word, but we kind of lack. Okay, if a woman is telling you everything that you need to know in conversation, but not saying you better do this, you got to do this, you got to do that, in conversation, a man should be able to pick up on that, and she shouldn't have to ask for anything.
I agree with that.
There was a woman that I dated. She loved this restaurant. She loved this restaurant, and so what I did one day, we talked about it. She talked about, what I did one day was I took her, not to the restaurant per se, but I went and got us a spot near the restaurant, very near the restaurant. So when she looked out the window, we walked out the door, she was like, "That's my favorite restaurant." We had a conversation. I made sure that she understood that I heard her. It wasn't immediately when she said it, but I heard her. And a number of different things, So a man has to also understand the language, understand the communication, all right? Steve, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just listening to y'all. I'm just listening.
Oh, I'm not look, I have to learn still, all right? Let me read a couple of these comments. Bobby says, I think the type of relationship matters too. Like if it is going somewhere or just something good for a season, like that cuffing season. Angie said, agreed. I like that type of man. And listening is key, and that is a turn on. Absolutely, Angie. So, and again, we're talking to Karen Dade. She's an author. She's a singer. She sings her ass off, y'all, for real. She's a preacher. She's an evangelist. So she has a lot of different hats that she wears.
And they all match her shoes. Sorry.
And we have to be open. So we did a question yesterday on the Relationship Roundtable, Karen. I want to ask you about this, all right? So,
okay.
Your mate, y'all cool, everything's good and everything, but your mate did something and they had to go to jail. All right? Remember that question, Steve? Oh,
I wouldn't yesterday. I took off.
All right. Well, she had your mate had to go to jail. They went to jail. Is it okay, or is it realistic for that person that went to jail to ask his mate to wait for them?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not realistic. People be thinking it is, but did you go to jail for us? Did you go to jail for you?
I don't think when you go to jail, you're going for a couple.
No, when I say a couple, y'all both could have been invested in the crime. Let's be perfectly honest. You could have been married and both of y'all could have been scamming. You know, hey baby, I ain't mentioned you. I took the time. You take care of the kids. So I mean, but I you know, I don't think it is.
You're just gonna freeze up, Karen. You froze up, Steve.
If he not activist like Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Farrakhan, or something,
They're going to jail for a purpose, huh?
it better be for something like that. That's about it. Then you might have some loyalty there, but just because you decided you want to do something stupid to make a quick buck, or you wanted to, try to fool the system, no. I might send you a care package. That's about all you're gonna get from me.
And see, too, if they were scamming together, you already know she ain't gonna be faithful because one thing y'all was scamming together. So
there's an old saying that says there's no honor amongst thieves.
You know what, Karen, and I love you said that because I told Greg something the other day. In the neighborhoods and the communities that we grow up on, they strive on words. Game, growing up, they always say about game, game. And now the big word is trap. When are they gonna realize that they didn't put the game in there for y'all to keep playing and remain trapped? And that's all that it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you another one. Let me give you another one, Karen. You're gonna love this one.
Oh God.
So, and I asked this last night as well. A woman is cheating with a married man. And she gets pregnant. Should she tell the wife?
Well, I'm gonna have to just speak on this speculating, of course, because I'm never gonna date a married man, and I ain't never gonna get pregnant by no married man ever. But I can't blame a woman for. First of all, I do blame her for going into a situation that she knew about. I think that says a lot about her character, what she feels about herself. I think a woman has obviously low self-esteem to think she has to be with someone who really technically belongs to somebody else. I think it's low on both ends for a man to do it or for a woman to do it. I just think if you're going to be with somebody, you don't want to be with them anymore, then you shouldn't be with them. You should leave. And I understand the aspect of it. This is what people, and I'm a sidebar for a minute. When men and women decide they want to go outside of their marriage, they're looking for just what we call a quick fix. Because that person doesn't have to deal with any of the life issues that your partner is dealing with or helping you deal with. You're just with that sad piece or whatever, just to smile, be happy. Y'all not talking about real life stuff unless, of course, somebody catches feelings. But generally, it's just for you to have a moment, to have a nut, excuse me, I don't know if I, to have a release, and that's it. And just enjoy each other for that moment. Then you got this person who got your back, who's actually there with you in the trenches, who's there with you when you've been sick, when your family member's been sick, when you've been high, when you've been low. It's really unfair, because then they try to compare the two. Well, I don't ever argue with my side people. What y'all got to argue about? Y'all not dealing with real life stuff. Y'all just dealing with the fantasy world. So back to your question, I don't know. I can't, it's hard for me to relate to that because it's not something I would ever put myself in. But I think if she does, he can't be mad either because he in it too.
Hey,
I think when you...
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Karen.
Just my last thing. The tangle webs we weave. If you weave a tangle web, then
she reading the book today, boy, ain't she?
She hitting it. Hey, but you got some women that'll go drop that baby off right there on them steps.
Yeah, and will.
And that's how the wife find out. I mean,
and so whose fault really is that? Because it's not the woman's responsibility or the side piece's responsibility to be faithful to your mate. It is your responsibility to be faithful to your mate. And if you decide not to be faithful, whatever you get that comes with that, you dealt the cards.
Yeah, you got to play.
So you can't be mad with how they lay or how they fall.
Like you say too, that person that would even sleep with that married person, they morally messed up in general, because like you say, you dibbling and dabbling in somebody else's
and somebody else's affairs.
But see too, that got to do with, that's why I say, this I've seen more today in the last 10, 15 years where people even change their vows when they get married, and they had their own vows.
Mm-hmm.
And then be the marriages that don't work. Because see, as soon as you take God out of the foundation that you're supposed to lay, you crack the foundation. You always gonna need tuck pointing.
Yeah.
So it's interesting you said they take some words out. Karen, what do you think about the people that take, now the word obey is in the marriage vows, but everybody takes it out now. What do you think about that?
This is the principle that upon which I live my life. It's none of my business what somebody else decides to do and how they want to build their life and the principles they want to live there. I don't ever look at a couple and say, oh, I wish I could be like them, or envy another couple, because nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. Everything looks good on the surface. Everything looks great for the public. But there's public, you ain't in public all the time. There's a private side. There are things that we don't know that has gone on. And so as it relates to that, hey, it's not for me because I understand the principles of the Bible. But if they want to eliminate God out of their relationship, that don't have nothing to do with me. I already know for me, everything for me, how I govern my life with everything is built upon the principles of the Bible. Period, point blank. There are no exceptions to that rule for me.
I agree. When you eliminate God, you invite somebody. When you eliminate God, you invite somebody else in or something else in. Just understand that.
Well, I must be a real sinner then.
You probably are.
Nah, Greg, you definitely ain't.
Wow. I always start feeling, number one, I'm glad we do the relationship roundtables as we do, but I start feeling personally attacked sometimes when these comments come out, okay? Because I'm like, well, dang, I do that.
But you be opening the door for stuff, Greg.
Yeah.
And it be stuff you probably did years ago. You ain't did, nah, I do that.
I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad
tried to make it better. Didn't I try to make it better?
Hey, man.
You did.
Accountability. I've done a lot of stuff, okay, that I wasn't accountable before. I take full responsibility for the demise of my relationships. I take full responsibility for everything right now. Accountability is key for me.
That's great.
Karen,
that's great.
So when we
growth.
I had to grow. Karen know me from way back, okay, when I was trying to holler at her a long time ago. And
he gonna tell this story till to the end of time.
Karen would laugh and grin with me, but then she'd be like, no. And I'm like, I said, I'm gonna be rich and famous one day, and then you're gonna want me. So I became.
Well, as you already know, that is not a draw.
And she was like, so? And?
Right, exactly. And
but she remained your friend.
But Karen, you do a lot of
There you go.
You got the best part of her.
Thank you, Angie. Said absolutely, Greg. Yeah, I mean, accountability is key, man, for real. You do a lot of other things too. I know you do little forums for women. I keep saying, I hate when people say little this and little that, all right? Because they're never little. They when they touch someone, they're big. you've done your purpose. But you do these events. You want to talk about some of your events that you do?
Well, the only events that I've done was big for me was my birthday parties, but I do have a big event coming up next year for women. And it's not going to be the typical what, women normally go to. And I don't have anything against it, the conference, because I am a minister, but it's not going to be a conference. I'm calling it a women's gathering. I think we as women oftentimes, once we reach a certain plateau in life or a certain place in life, after we've raised our kids, after we've been married and maybe divorced and kids are out the house, we lose sight of who we really are. I think there's a point in life where we need to be redeemed, where we need to revamp and renew and refocus on who God really intended us to be. And oftentimes we lose that. We lose our identity and we lose our purpose and our focus. So that's what this gathering is going to be about. It's going to be next year. Yeah, so it's going to be good.
You pour into a lot of women, though, and
I do. Yeah, I have a lot of spiritual daughters and friends that I talk to. Absolutely.
And that's what makes you a perfect fit for the Relationship Roundtable, right? Because number one, you do bring the raw into it. You come in like that, okay? You and Ron are basically gonna always be attacking. Steve be sitting on the side waiting on his opportunity to get in. All right, but
yeah,
we definitely want to make sure that when we restructure, because we have to get it right the first time. All right, we cannot continuously do what we did. All right, and I know the frustration on you guys' parts. But that's why we're taking a little break, and we're going to come back next month. We're going to do this right, and then we're going to continue to do it because Gary is just one stop for us, and we're going to make sure that we spread it across the land and make sure everybody's just, number one, having an opportunity to talk. Now, shout out to Gina. She said, well, Greg, since we're doing that, well, let's do another one where the audience is basically the narrators and this and that. Okay, so D&K Restaurant in Gary, we do that once a month as well. So we're just putting the word out there that, hey, these relationships, we're not trying to fix relationships. We're just trying to give you an alternate view, a different look into ways you can basically repair, go through, make them better, make them good. We just try to give you the information. Nobody says that we're right on everything. Nobody says that we're perfect, but we want to make sure that we put it out there. Okay, and these two people here, as well as Ron Reed, they definitely are conversational. Let's put it like that. And I want to play that one clip again because Karen, I mean, but see, I'm looking at it the wrong way. I better not play it again because I'm looking at it the wrong. I'm like, y'all need to shut the hell up.
Play it one more time. I
should cut it right there. I'm gonna play it one more time, though. Here it is.
So when you look at somebody's intention, sometimes women, you need to shut up and just listen. Because men will tell you if you really just listen. But most of us talk way too much.
Just shut up.
You have to learn to shut up so that you can hear what the man says. Most of the time, he don't tell you what his intention is coming in the door, and then if you don't know, ask. And then just pay attention to his fruit.
I wish I could freeze the frame because Ron was sitting there at first. Then Ron was like, yeah, shut up. That was funny. But that's when I stepped back and I'm like, you know what? We got something here, all right? Because this is a woman telling other women, chill out, y'all. Let's listen for a minute. And that doesn't happen all the time. Because a woman...
There's been so many times I've been on the phone with a man and he goes, you there? And I'm like, yes, I'm listening. I get real quiet.
That's condescending. That's
we ain't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening because, see, that's the power of communications.
Dude,
people think because they spoke, but if you ain't heard nothing I said, we ain't communicated.
Karen's saying that because Karen is like that. I'm listening. Because she's saying
no, that is not how. I mean, I'm actually engaged. I'm actually listening. No, I'm a real good listener. I've learned over the years to really, really listen.
But if there is no retort in between that, I'm talking and all of a sudden I stop and you ain't saying nothing, and I gotta ask you the question. Do you hear me? Yeah, I'm listening.
No, because my respect factor is I want you to get out whatever your thought process is. If I'm constantly jumping in, I'm gonna miss something. Once I know that you're finished and you're taking a beat, and then I'm going to respond because I want the same thing back. If I'm saying something to you, I want you to listen. We can't be jumping in over one another. So we got to be quiet, listen, talk. Be quiet, listen, talk. That's how you have a conversation. I don't want to miss anything. And 9 times out of 10, I can regurgitate the whole conversation because that's how attentive I am.
Yeah,
You can't say something by me because I can say, no, remember, I'm gonna tell you how the conversation went. We were talking about X, Y, and Z, and you said such and such and such, and I responded such and such and such. I can play it back to you, baby.
Yeah. And that's how I be too. That's how I be, Karen. I love that about you. Yeah, because you got to be able to listen. I wouldn't expect nobody to listen to me if I couldn't listen to if I can't listen to you. Why would I expect you to listen to me?
And Bobby said, take turns. Rachel said, absolutely. Lose it being a parent, lose it being a spouse, lose it being a provider is definitely something that is needed in the community.
It's like I'm listening, but it's like we communicating. But the thing is, are you hearing me?
Man, I don't like
that. Because there's a thing called effective communication.
Like and said, I listen very well, but I listen to make sure that I'm not missing a beat. I want to make sure that the woman that I'm with is happy, not because I was made to do it, because I heard what she said and I reacted. I acted on what she said. So that's just me. So Karen, before we get out of here, what do you want to see with this relationship roundtable?
You want transparency right now?
Yeah. We always transparent.
First of all, I want consistency.
Consistency. I knew that was the first word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be consistent because all of us have lives. Even though I'm retired, praise be to God, but I still have a lot going on. I'm not one of those at home all the time grandma retirees. No, my life is not boring at all. And so if I pencil something in or we come up with a schedule, I need us to be consistent with that and to stick to it. That's number one.
I really wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about as for the public.
That's number one, boo-boo. I'm going to tell you that's number one.
And I'm cool with that.
Number two.
Right. Absolutely right.
And after that, after we build, and then, because that's the only way we're going to be able to build an audience and build a following. Especially during the summertime, people are trying to be out in these streets, and I get it because I'm trying to be out in them too. Because we only get 6 weeks summertime. But
we got hell.
I want growth. I want us to be committed to it, and I want it to grow. I want us to cover a plethora of different topics. I want us to be organized when we do come together and bring it together. And that's not to say we don't do some impromptu stuff, but if we're going to make up an agenda, or if we're not going to make up an agenda, whatever that is, whatever it's going to look like, it needs to be solidified. Okay, then I don't know what you're talking about.
You just went to work.
Yeah, man, Greg. She just basically said, Greg, you ain't doing shit, all right?
I did not say that.
Everything wrong with the show.
See that right there, Steve? He is not a good listener.
What I'm talking about is, what do you want to see with the relationship giving to the people? What do you want the people to take from the relationship round?
Okay, well, say that, because that's not what you said. I want them to be able to take away something that's going to empower them, something that's going to encourage them, something that's going to help them to grow. And maybe for women, I think wholeness. I want women to become whole. so many women that are broken. And so when you are broken and you go into relationships and you wonder why they turn out a lot of times the way they do, is because for you to even recognize whether or not and have discernment whether or not a guy is right, you got to be whole. And we waste a lot of time spinning our wheels and being in situations that we were not supposed to be in the first place if we had discernment, if we were whole.
Right.
So that's what I want.
And that's what I want as well. Steve, what about you?
I agree with you, but I mean, let's be perfectly honest. It's not just a woman. Broken is not just a feminine thing. It's men. It's a lot of men that really don't understand what broken is, because they're 36, 37, and they're trying to raise their kids while still dealing with daddy issues from when they were 6 and 7. And that is a healing that we all need.
I agree.
We have to learn. Once we can learn to love God, we can love ourselves and we can love someone else, because God is love and love is God.
Look at that. You threw that in.
And thank you, Bobby. But I guess when I say that, I'm always speaking from, God, let me tell you real quickly what God did with me. He allowed me to go through every aspect of dysfunctional relationships that exist. And I'm not lying when I I'm not lying when I said that. It seems funny, but it's the actual truth. I've been mentally abused. I've been physically abused. I've been financially abused. I've been with a narcissist. I've been I've been the whole spectrum of relationships. And I asked God at one time, man, God, that I have to experience everything, but it gives me insight and it gives me wisdom in a lot of different things, a lot of different directions. And so when I say that, it doesn't mean that I don't think there are some men who are broken, because there absolutely are. But I only can impart some things into women because I am a woman. And that's not to say that a man can't take something from it, because men and women deal with daddy, mama issues, daddy issues. Men and women deal with brokenness. It does cover both genders. But I guess for me, because I am a woman, I relate to a woman better. I know what it feels like to be a woman. I know the emotions that we go through. I know the changes that our bodies go through, the hormonal things. It's totally different. It's just different.
But the comment that you made, which I think is a good comment, and we'll close with that, is that you can give this information, this advice to women, but we as men, we could take some of that advice as well. Okay?
Absolutely.
I think if we all open up our minds just to all good advice, all good things that are coming through, we'd be a better world, man, for real. And stop just relegating ourselves to, I'm a man and you walk 2 steps behind me, or I'm a woman and I make more than you. You walk 2 steps behind me. We just need to open up and listen. Period. I think the whole overall thing, what I want from this Relationship Roundtable Live, is for people to just listen and be objective, about what you're hearing, and take the good parts and apply it to your life. Whether it's coming from a man, whether it's coming to a woman, take the good parts, apply it to your life. Because there's nothing bad that's going to come from Karen or Steve or Ron. There's nothing bad that's going to come from that. Well, I
don't know about Ron, but go ahead.
Ron
is on a whole other planet.
He said we dogs, But Ron's a good guy. Ron is Ron is a
I'm just kidding. I bet I don't care about Ron. Me and Ron, we gonna bump heads all the time.
And Steve gonna sit back and smoke a cigar, man. Why let y'all go at it, man?
No, I'm just I'm just when I speak it, I'm gonna speak it and I'm gonna let it be known, because I'm just gonna give you pure honesty. You may not like what I say, but it ain't for you to like what I.
Which is what you all do. You all give the pure honesty, okay? Regardless of how it comes out, the thing is the way that we interpret it as an audience. The people interpret it as an audience, okay? Karen, it's been a pleasure again.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Anytime.
Definitely wanted to make sure that everybody understands that, yes, we sidestepped for a minute with the Relationship Roundtable Live, but we're coming right back at you next month, and we will be, in her words, consistent.
I went way left, didn't I?
We want to make sure that we are giving you great, I don't want to even call it advice, great conversation that you can take with you and use it or give it to someone else. I heard this and heard that, and help us grow as we grow ourselves. You help us grow as well. So look out, Dallas, look out, Atlanta, look out, Mickey, where you at, Florida? Yeah, look out, all of that, man. We're gonna come to a place near you real soon. I promise y'all, real soon. We're gonna make it happen. All right. Greg,
love you guys.
Tonight. Accountability. Thanks. Yes, accountability. This is Dope Living TV Live.
Well, you too, Special K.
Special K, man. She could have put Karen Dade on there. That's what we got, all right. But
don't be a hater.
I'm never a hater. Thank you again for coming through, Karen, and bringing that
My
Karen.
pleasure.
Always. Orlando, yeah, man. Let's look it up in Orlando too. We get there, all right. This is Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Peace.
Whether in the house or outside, you know that we gon' do it. Make a wrong decision, turn around and still get through it. When you say the name, you know it's us and what we doing. So turn it on and let the bass get booming. Hey, yeah. Dope Living TV, Dope Living TV, Dope Living TV, Dope Living TV, yeah. We got it all. Come and see, yeah.